All right. So we're going to go ahead and get the YouTube going. And as soon as we see the YouTube going, we'll get going here and tell you what's on the agenda today.
It's like Bill the Harley guy's on. Lori's on. Big Johnson. He's on both, I guess. He's on. Was he the same one that was on Facebook? And Eric Hobbs. He said he was on there at 10 o'clock this morning. He's been waiting a long time if he's been on there all this time. So if you're on YouTube, somebody give us a thumbs up if you can see and hear us. I guess I could look on mine too, can I? I guess we're on.
Mine doesn't show that it's on. People talking, but it doesn't show that it's on.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Today we want to welcome everybody to the Bob and Tam Show. We're back here in our bar. We actually have a third garage. It's separated from the house that I built a bar. It was kind of already finished inside. It had the drywall on the walls. It's got a half bath over here. I painted it all up. I got the lower half of the garage is all orange, and we have a black border that runs all the way around it. And then it's white up on top. And so it's pretty exciting. Got a full selection of alcohol. You would think we drink a lot, but this will probably be our first drinks we've had in quite a while that we're going to mix up here in just a minute. So want everybody out there to grab your favorite drink and sit down with us today and have a little chat. So we're going to start out today and we're going to make some hurricanes. So
Hi, Nicole. Did you find our Instagram channel?
Did you shake this up already?
Yes, I did.
So
I had it in the freezer because I wanted it cold. Because he's got all the stuff in front of the refrigerator out here, and I couldn't use that refrigerator.
Start with orange juice and some pineapple juice.
Real fruit juices.
Yeah.
No Kool-Aid mix. So I wanted to let you guys know, too. Hi, Richard.
Southern Comfort.
If there's anybody that would like to go on our ride, there's a few people that couldn't make it. So if you're going to be there on August 5th up in Sturgis and you'd like to go on the ride with us, it's probably going to be about a 2-hour ride and then however long we're there for the lunch. And then I've invited everybody. We're going to pass the plate for the veterans and then ride down to the Veterans Club afterwards and give the money to them. So if anybody's interested and is going to be there on August 5th, I can send you all the details. I think we're going to meet up at about 9:30, leave at 10, arrive around 12:30 to Pasta Corral. Too cool. You gotta put my little sticks in I made.
She wanted to make it official and put some little stir.
It had to look nice, right? Did you stir it up? Oh. There's some stirrers down there, some spoons right here. So
I gotta mix it all up. Probably put a little extra grenadine that we didn't need that much in, but that's okay.
Makes it a pretty color.
All right.
Now we have our official drinks in our official bar.
So do you hear the air conditioner?
Running.
I have a ductless heating and air conditioning out here in the garage that I installed. Do you hear that blower running? If it does, we might have to turn it down. It's about 112 degrees here in beautiful Arizona.
Hi, Stephen. We met him down in Myrtle Beach. And, oh, that's right. Sorry.
Hey, we learned something new. We can put you up.
And you can see yourselves.
Yeah. So we can say hi to Gary.
And then Richard. You missed Richard.
Said you're blurry.
I'm blurry?
That's what they said.
I don't know. I haven't even drank anything yet. Hi, Lee. Richard Brooks is somebody we never got to meet up with. We were trying to, but never did. There's Leonard. Okay, Leonard, is that say yes, you want to go on the ride with us? Is that correct? He said he sent us his email, so I'll have to go back through and I'll email you all the details if you want to go. Do I still look blurry? Somebody needs to put their glasses on. Well, no meat.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get it fired up today.
We're going to do a toast and drink our drinks.
People you put a straw in it.
Oh, well, darn.
Put your official.
Bendy straw.
Yeah. So if you got a drink.
Cheers to Sunday.
And if you, for those of you that think we're drinking fruity drinks, if you're a real man, we have 151 Splash to put across the top. I used to do this at all my not my New Orleans parties, used to do it at all my Super Bowl parties. And most of the tough guys would do about 2 of those splashes. And after that, that was the end of the splashes. So we do have that if you want one of those, if you're buying. So we'll thumb through here some of the other people saying hi.
I guess there's a couple more. The people that won the beers in one of our contests we had last summer, fall. I don't remember when it was. But Eric Bear, Prime Cut Pro. I still don't even know what his real name is. Mickey Corman and Mohawk Mike. I've got your certificates to meet up with you and have a beer. Jerry, I don't think he's going to go this year, but the other people, email us and let us know when you're going to be in Sturgis so we can meet up with you. So Bill, the Harley guy, is drinking Jim Beam Apple on the rocks.
There you go. All right, so we'll get started today. We'll come through and pick some of you guys out and let you put you across the bottom here. Something new we learned. We got a couple more things we're going to show you today that we learned. You got your paper over there underneath. I can't see it.
All right, so we made the hurricanes. What we put in is pineapple juice, orange juice, grenadine, and Southern Comfort. And
hang on, let me get that up. All right, we're going to try something new. Share screen. Share screen. Windows. Well, it doesn't show my.
Be patient with us.
It's not showing.
You have to
no.
make that one smaller. I don't know.
Maybe
Guess that one didn't work.
Maybe it's not going to work like we thought it would.
He had some stuff on his desktop that he was going to pull up to show you guys while we were talking about it, but obviously, guess that's not going to happen.
Don't show these tips again. Share the screen. Let's see if we just click on it and see if it opens up.
Whoa.
Holy smokes, look at all that mess that I got on there.
You can really get all that off?
I don't know. We'll see. That did not work like I definitely wanted it to. Let's see here. This one. No. It doesn't look like that's going to work. All right. So what we found out today was, I did have something else I was going to do today. Let's see if this works.
No, I guess we're not the people on Facebook.
Look at that.
What's that say?
Ticker tape. They can read that. So one of the things we found out today, we got a hold of, I called them. Somebody put it on our YouTube channel that they had some camping spots left. If you're still looking for some full hookups or electric and water hookup, there's a place right there in Sturgis. It is
Eagle's Nest Campground.
So Google that. You might have to end up, I may not have the name. My phone.
I think if you come into town, if you're coming from west heading east on the 90 and you turn on Lozelle and right at that first light, you turn another left, you'll pass.
So here's the actual name of the campground. It's called Eagles Landing Campground. They're actually behind, what was the campground?
Days Inn.
Days Inn. So when you came off the highway there, that's Lozelle. When you get off Lozelle, it's actually the very first road to the left. It's the frontage road there, and then you go past Days Inn, and they're past that, and you go up a road, and they're kind of up on a hill. We kind of wanted to go by there. We never got a chance last year to kind of check out their campground. We heard a few good things about it, but I'm assuming one of their employees, it's a family-owned campground, maybe a family member, put it out there and let us know they had some spots open. They told me they had, so I went ahead and called. They had 2 full hookups available for the rally. And they have 4 or 5 with electric and water. And of course, they're like everybody else. They have plenty of tent camping or boondocking. Now the cabins were sold out.
Oh, I thought you said
And so those are some things that you can, if you're looking for somebody, we'll say it again, since I wasn't able to bring it up. It's called Eagles Landing Campground in Sturgis. They're
Right there
located
in
just
Sturgis.
1 mile from downtown Sturgis with the feeling of private country hillside. You got a pretty nice website if you want to go there and check it out. I actually just called them a few minutes ago before this went online to see what they had available. So check them out. Eagle Landing Campground. There you go. Did my plug. So next thing we got on the agenda today is we're going to talk a little bit about some of the events that are going to be going on in Sturgis.
Can you get your comments back up?
Oh yeah, I guess. Comments. There we go. Okay.
There's George.
Somebody asked us if we stayed at the Elk Ridge. We have not stayed there. There actually is one of our subscribers is actually staying there. And
Is that you, Mitch?
no, it's RV Couple, I think is what their names are. And they're going to set up with us to go over there and visit with them and get a shot of that campground. Looks pretty nice. Maybe out of a lot of people's price range. I don't know what they get for normal rally time or non-rally time or during rally time. That's what I meant. I see their normal one for a full hookup's about $65, $75 a night, which is considerably high for that area during off-peak. Off-peak, normally you can get anywhere from $30 to $50. You can pretty much stay anywhere. Down the Sturgis one, for instance, they're $40 during the one right there with the sign across the top says Sturgis. You can stay there before the rally or after the rally, full hookups for about $40, and they have concrete pull-through spots and stuff there too. So unless they raise their prices from last year.
Screen share appeared to work on YouTube and not Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know. From what I was looking, it didn't look like it came up what I wanted to do there, so I don't know.
Erwin, how are you? There's Guy. He's always been there for the birthday, I think. He likes us a lot. Where he is? That's the last guy.
Locked up. What happened? Hey, we'll put one in there. So, here's one. I don't know. Did we go offline?
Are we still online, guys? Let me see. Oh yeah, I do look all blurry. Look at that. I wonder if it's fogged up.
Yeah, I think we went offline. I think we're back on now. I think we lost it for a second there, our internet. We're in Arizona here, and the internet's not the greatest thing in the world. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of. It could be when I was down here messing with this thing. Looking, are we still on there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Buffalo Chips pretty much have announced all their concerts that they're going to be having now. You know, Puddle of Mud's going to be there. Buck Cherry's going to be there. Drowning Pool, Kid Rock, the Reverend Horton's going to be there again. Stone Temple Pilots, REO Speedwagon was just announced. Clint Black was just announced. ZZ Top, Corey Taylor. Another group of an all-girls band, which I don't know if anybody's heard about them or not. They're going to be opening on the 11th for, who are they opening for? It doesn't say. But they're opening for Corey Taylor. It's an all-girls band, 5 girls. No, it's not a band. I'm wrong. They're those gymnastic girls, kind of like
the Flaunt Girls.
Yeah, and some of them, they're called Cherry Bombs. So there's 5 of them. Anthrax is going to be playing. Black Label Society, Shinedown, Blackstone Cherry, POD, Tom Ashes to New, and that's some of the bands that they've got so far listed for the Buffalo Chip. Now, my question is to you, is this the kind of music you would like to listen to? We're going to do a video next week on this and talk about this, about the bands and stuff like this. When I was kind of looking on the Buffalo Chip, they were talking like grunge bands. Grunge bands. That's probably it. Grunge bands. And is that something you would want to see at the Buffalo Chip? I don't know. You know, we've gone through some of these, you know, we used to be a DJ company too and played a lot of music and things like that. And a lot of these bands, we went back and tried to listen to some of this stuff on YouTube and Spotify and stuff like that. We have them.
Not our cup of tea.
Yes. So is this music that you would listen to? Now we're all okay with with REO Speedwagon. They're going to play the same stuff they've always played. We've seen them a lot of times, so we're okay with that. Kid Rock just depends on what his show is going to be. If he goes back to his first years when he was doing it, it's a lot of cussing and everything else. A couple years ago when he came out with the newer music that he was playing was a lot better. When we seen him a year or two ago, he went back to the old stuff again, playing the old stuff. So I don't know.
You got to admit that at least his concerts aren't the same every time you see him.
Yeah.
We've seen a few people, and they're exactly the same. We've seen them 10 years apart, and they're still the same thing. Yeah, I think so.
So that's one of the questions I have tonight is, are you going to listen to these bands? Are you going there to hear those bands? You know, a lot of people like ZZ Top. Well, you know, if any of you have been watching our channel, we tried to meet up with Billy.
Oh,
Gibson from ZZ Top when he was in Nashville, and it was not going to happen. He won't talk to anybody. And if you've ever seen ZZ Top on stage, they do very little of none talking. So we just wanted to see if, you know, these bands you want to see. We're actually going to do a video next week, and we're going to talk about bands, and we want people to put down what they'd like to see and hear. And we're going to talk to the Buffalo Chips. They're the big one. You know, Full Throttle over there seems to have a lot of the same people. I think they're going to have Winona Judd is going to be somebody new that they're going to have this year. Typically, the rest of the people on there, Kurt Ford, he's been playing there the last 3 or 4 or 5 years. He's been playing. He's playing with the old place before it burnt down. So he's been around a lot. So that's what I want to know is, you know, you're spending a lot of money to go to it. Are you just mainly going to party and go to the concerts, and that's kind of like a background music, but you're going to be out there with all your friends, drinking and partying during the concert, standing out there or sitting on your bike or whatever you might be doing. So that's my concern, because when I look at these concerts, we're not going to put that as a high priority to be watching all those concerts. So,
we're able to go to them all, but I don't know.
You know, we're 60 years old, going to be 61 this year. You know, we grew up in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, and, you know, listened to all that music. And, you know,
good music.
you know, Jackal, I got to like listening to them and kind of like their music. You know, I don't listen to like all their songs, but a lot of their songs I like that Jackal does. So Jesse there. So we don't mind going over there and seeing that. But other than that, what do you guys think? Let us know down here in the comments what you think about what's going on. So we'll run through some of the highs.
Sherwin, we saw him, and Guy. I think that was the last one. Oh, there's Barry.
So if we do go offline for any reason, other than I need to be checking the Facebook one, because this will come right back on. With using StreamYard, it's this way, I guess. Nope, it's this way. No, it's not pointing to what I want. Oh, it's up here. StreamYard. That they're not sponsoring this, but it's free. For me to use the streaming, if you put their little logo up there, it's free. So we're going to try to see if this is going to be feasible for us to do this kind of stuff. And if it does turn out really good, we'll probably go ahead and pay another $20 a month to see what's going on.
Iron Horse.
Yep, stayed at the Iron Horse.
Is it called the Iron Horse, or is it called the Steel Pony? I thought the campground was called the Steel Pony.
No, I think it's the Iron Horse still out there.
I don't know. I'm confused, maybe. That was us. Leonard, yes. Okay. All right, Leonard, I'll send you the information. Hi, Gail.
So we're still working here and jumping through here. Still in video, and the sound was a bit choppy, but good now. All right.
It wasn't him.
All right. So we went through some of the other things that are going on.
No grudge.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I don't know I don't know.
Who picks the bands?
I would have, you know, we will listen to a variety of stuff. And I know there's some bands that probably can't afford to bring Aerosmith out there. And you know, we're not going to get the Rolling Stones, or we're not going to get some of them other big ones out there. But I mean, there's a lot of really good bands. Like one of the ones that we heard just a few last year before the pandemic started, we heard George Thorogood. Oh yeah. And he did a great concert, and we like those concerts where people talk a little bit during their songs or after their songs. And with George Thorogood, you could close your eyes and it sounded just like him. You know, it's not like Journey, if you're a Journey fan, we used to be a big Journey fan, and since they got the new kid playing now, I can't really watch that anymore. Aerosmith, we went and seen Aerosmith years ago, but I mean, people like Cheap Trick. What's the other one that opened? What's the one that opened up for Aerosmith? That I said,
Motley Crue.
Yeah, Motley Crue.
And I really didn't think I liked Motley Crue, but I liked them a whole lot better than I did Aerosmith.
Yeah. So I'm not saying, which we'll ask you guys when we do the video this week about that to see if you would be interested in giving us some ideas, because what we want to do is we want to sit down with the Buffalo Chip and tell them some of the ideas that we have for bands. It's their money. They can do what they want, but they seem to be very excited about us being there. Because I don't think that even their own video crew they have doesn't film every single thing that's going to be going on out there.
Chip shells out a lot of money for ZZ Top.
I bet they do. And so
we'll put all their eggs in one basket.
Yeah. So I don't know. ZZ Top's not bad, but I mean, we've seen them 3 times and we've really never stayed all the way through their concert. One time was way too hot. It was out here at a motorcycle event, but I mean, they sound really good and they got really good songs, but they've got no
personality.
Yeah. Which if I can listen to that on my Spotify and I'm riding my bike, I can listen to that and I get the same thrill that I got with them watching them in concert. So I've watched them once, done it. Somebody I'd really like to see, which I don't know if it would be a good cause out here at a rally to see, but I've seen Jimmy Buffett about 8 times, and on an outside event, bringing in some pools and some sand, and you talk about a party.
Any parrot heads out there, you'll know.
lots and lots. So I don't know. Do we have parrot heads out here in the Harley
Lover
world?
Boy.
Yeah, Lover Boy. That'd be another good one to hear. I'd be okay with that. There's somebody wants Harry Connick Jr. That'd be different.
Yeah.
That'd be.
He's not going to be there on the Knuckle Saloon on Thursday. He said.
Oh well, we'll have to go check that out.
I have to put that on my list.
Yeah, things to do because I'd like to go see Harry Connick Jr. play.
All right, I'm gonna write that down.
And, Lover Boy, and that would be pretty good. Yeah, I know. Most of the people are really old. That's what I always say about the bands today. Just think of all the people that are out here now, these bands. How many of them will be around in 20 to 40 years from now?
Like the ones we have.
And, and it is sad that a lot of them, one of the bands that I never got to see in concert, which I really like to see, would be Boston. And we never got to see them. We just got about 4 years ago, we got to see ELO and with their orchestra and stuff. And it was great. Also, Chicago is another one. She's a big Chicago fan, but what's bad about Chicago is they got like 1,000 freaking songs.
That's what he said. They're never going to play all the songs you want to hear, and they did.
No, they didn't. I didn't.
We saw Bob Seger. He was good.
Bob Seger was good, and that wouldn't be a bad one to have out there. We also had one of her old flames was Peter Frampton. He's still around and he's still performing. Yeah. There's a Bad Company. Yeah, Bad Company was at one of the. Was somewhere I seen them playing somewhere. Here's somebody said, Woody said he has tried to get AC/DC for years. But I can imagine that. Trying to get AC/DC to come there, that's be like trying to get the Rolling Stones. It just isn't going to happen.
Well, they said at that Shady Tree, that they're going to have Queen's Court, Queen something. It's not the band Queen, but it was a band, I guess, in the late 90s. Early 90s? Yeah, one of the ladies from the Chamber of Commerce told us that, and we'll be putting some information up here really soon. She was really excited about that, and I listened to some of the songs. We didn't know. But actually, Queen is still out there. They got that guy. Adam Lampert. He didn't sound too bad. Good. And so that would be kind of neat. They could probably get a discount from getting him in there. And see, there's a guy on Boston, ELO, and Chicago. There you go. See, I'd be all right with that. And there's Bob Seger. That would be great. Yeah. We've seen Bob Seger once. Even bringing back the Eagles. The Eagles are back out here performing again. They got his son singing. Yeah. And they had been still singing with him for a while, I think. And that would be really neat. I don't know. Maybe they're a little expensive too. I don't know. But I mean, I think this is the couple that is going to be staying at that campground that we're going to go visit. That Eagles Landing or that? The one at Spearfish. The Elk something? Yeah. I think these the RV play couple. I think they're the ones that are going to be staying there, and we're going to try to get with them and tour that campground there in Spearfish. Sounds good. Let us know what day you guys are going to be there so we can. There's another one, Ted Nugent. Yeah, Ted Nugent would be pretty neat. Yeah. And bring back old memories. Yeah. Glencoe has a lot of cover bands. The other one we thought that's going to be here while we're gone is Little River Band. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, oh, darn, we've never seen them. Yeah. Little River Band would be a good one, too, to have up. I know. Cover bands are really nice. I like cover bands.
Strangehold, I don't know them. Stranglehold, I don't know that band. And it could be a good one. We'll have to listen to that and see what if they're. A lot of times what happens is when you were younger, you hear all these different bands on the radio and stuff, and you never really knew who they were.
Hey, Jamin, are you the one that had that motorcycle seat put on down in Panama City, and you were going to do the iron butt thing? That's not him? No. Oh. We never did hear from how that seat was going. I wish. Oh, you're not going? Were you in Panama City?
So let's see what else.
Foghat. We've seen him.
Yeah, Foghat's not bad. Actually, they're from where we're originally from, back in Illinois. They used to play all the time at high school events.
So did Ario.
Yeah, Ario Speedwagon played at our Catholic high school for their prom. So that's really going back. Another one's Kiss.
Yeah.
You can't say Kiss would be too expensive, which would maybe be the last year this year, because they actually came here to Laughlin. And if Laughlin, Nevada could afford Kiss, then I think Woody could have afforded Kiss, because that was a neat concert. You know, Kiss is like that too. They got a lot of songs, not as many as Chicago has, but a lot of songs too. So that would be, there's somebody says, no Kiss for him. But I mean, we grew up with Kiss back in the late 70s, and that's the music we liked. Don't care so much for the newer stuff that they have. We had a friend that's really into all that. We went and seen them a few years ago just to say, there's Blackberry Smoke. I've heard of them. Cheap Trick.
Yeah, killer show.
At the Full Throttle.
Oh yeah, we were there.
We did see that. Wasn't that last year?
Last year, I think was it right before? I don't remember if it was before Jackal or not. It might have been a couple days before.
Because we do. That was where we used to always go see our concerts at. And that's what really, if you haven't been watching our channel, that's one of the things that we used to do was Full Throttle, the TV show, got us going to Sturgis. And so we started doing that, and that's what got us going. And we kind of always hung out mostly at the Full Throttle, see what was going on there. And we hung around for the concerts.
Because if you got there before 6, they didn't charge you a cover.
Used to be 7. Got there before 7, you got in free. Then now they bumped it to 6 o'clock, and now I think they're charging $20, $25. They only give you 1 free drink. Used to give you 2 free drinks for $10 or $20, whatever it was. So whatever it is. We've tried to get a hold of Michael Ballard. He has not called us back yet to see about getting some information from him. We've gotten some really good contacts that we've gotten just this last week. We got to talk to him on the phone next week. And we'll be giving out a phone number real soon, which is our phone number, which is for the Bob and Tam Show. It'll be best way to get a hold of us with that phone number when we publish it will be texting, because I will not leave that phone on all the time because I don't want it ringing 24 hours a day. But it's a way that people can reach us when we're at the rallies and things like that. We're not looking to have social conversations with people online on the phone. We're looking to where if somebody wants to, if we're setting up, like if you haven't heard, there's a poker run coming in by the Badgers. They're putting it on, got a whole bunch of people in the Iron Ring one, and the Wims guy from Wims Company, he's riding in it. They're trying to break a world record of over 3,000 miles riding the Sturgis from Florida. They're going to pull in on August 6th, and we'll give the Badgers our phone number to text us when they think they're going to be there. Because I'm not going to sit out in a field waiting for them to show up. They can call us, and we'll
their ending point is going to be the buffalo chip. Yeah. So we should be around.
And have you seen any of their videos? They're out there and stuff. A little different from us, but that's okay. And but we just want to give them a little shout out. If anybody's down in Florida and you want to do that 3,000 mile ride, they're doing about 500 miles a day. And if you have never ridden that much, if you ever rode 3,000 miles before in a 6-day period, it's a long trip. We rode 2,200 miles in a 6-day period, and that was pretty long. From sun up to sundown. Well, we rode along the coast too, to where there's a lot of times you couldn't do the speed limit. Windy roads up on the 1 going up California. So one day it was 200 miles, and we took us 8 hours to ride that 200 miles because of that. Plus stopping along the way. Well, if you're doing 500 miles, you got to figure how often you're going to stop for gas. You know, we try to stop around the 100-mile mark. Is normally, because we almost ran out of gas once with my buddy. And that won't happen again. Art. And yeah. So we'll look on our list.
Yes, we did. We wanted to talk about the downtown stuff. Somebody asked if we heard about the jump.
Yes, there is a jump that's going to be going on downtown. Let me find my little thing here. Here it is. This is downtown. They've got their own little fancy. I couldn't figure out how to get this up for you guys to look at it. So let's see. So they're going to have Military Tuesday. That's when they're going to have the flyover on. That's during the week. So they're not going to do
I think it's going to be on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday is that. So they've got a Mayor's Pub Crawl, which is the first event that they're going to have on August 7th. It's just a walking thing. It costs you $35, and it's going to be Saturday, August 7th, and they call it the Mayor's Pub Crawl. And you get some VIP treatments. I don't know if the drinks are free. I'm not sure really what's going on. We'll get more information when we get there.
A T-shirt and a swag bag, it says.
Yeah, there you go. All kinds of neat stuff, huh? So let's see what else they've got on their list. Where'd my bets go? Here we go. They do have a run, a 5K run, if anybody wants to run while they're there. They have a mayor's poker tournament that they have out in Deadwood. And that is on August 12th. It's on a Thursday. It's a $55 buy-in. You get 3,000 chips with that. So if you guys are gamblers.
And it's Texan Hold'em is, I think, what the game they're going to play.
Yeah. So they also have a tattoo contest. That's not too bad. If you guys got tattoos, our girls, it's going to be on August 10th. I think it's only $10 to enter. And they've got, it's going to be the best black and gray, the best fresh tattoo, the best color, and the best tribal. All those are going to win something.
Those are the categories.
And these are almost all the points downtown that are having events. You meet right there on the corner of Harley Davidson and Legendary Road, which is actually kind of like Main Street. It's all kind of right there. They got that stage they built there that's got the Harley Davidson stage. If you were there last year, they had the veterans, people that passed away, and they had the picture memorial. Excuse me. So let's see. So that's on August 10th. If you're interested if you got a tattoo, Military Appreciation Day. So they're building the brand, and this is going to be put on by the VFW. They're sponsoring it. And so what they're going to be doing is they're going to have the flyover. And I think it all starts about 2:00 in the afternoon where you can come and say thank you to the servicemen. The flyover is at 3 p.m. And they've also got a new monument that's going to be called the Gold Star Memorial, which is going to be put up. This is all free to come down there. We need to support our vets. That's going to be on August 10th.
It's Tuesday.
So they're calling it Military Tuesday. They also have the Extreme Flat Bag Racing. So we have a lot of people that's been on us about why we don't cover the racing. Well, this year we're going to try to cover some of it. I can't put race after race after race on here because a lot of people won't watch.
Maybe we can do it on our Patreon.
So the very first race is going to be August 6th, 7th, and 9th. They're going to have it at the Jack Pines Gypsy Short Track. That's right over there on the other side of the highway behind the gas station. Just on the other side of Sturgis. Then over there at the Chip on the 10th and the 12th, they're going to have it at the Buffalo Chip. And then on the 13th and the 14th, if a lot of you don't know, there's a half-mile track out at Rapid City. It's out by the airport. So you might want to check that out if you're interested in seeing some flat track. And we'll put some more of this information up on our Facebook page since it didn't turn out here like I really wanted it to. They also have a beard and mustache contest that's going to be going on. I didn't really read a lot of that to where that was going to be at. It's going to be on Wednesday, August 11th. $10 to enter. It's going to be at the same place, Legendary Main Street and Harley Davidson Way at 5 p.m. His registration and the contest judging starts at 6. And on the website, they got a lot of pretty girls around you if you win. So
they did it a couple years ago. And then there's the
jump. And the jump is going to end it up. Now, a lot of you may not see this. This is Cole Freeman. He was a big follower of Evel Knievel. He started doing jumps when he was 17 years old, and he's going to do something famous, jumping over Main Street or something in Sturgis, but it's not going to be till the very last day, Saturday, August 14th of 2021. So they're going to have a whole big ceremony going on. You can get VIP tickets to it if you want to get more stuff. They're going to have a St. Louis-based Sugar Fire Smokehouse going to be there. We've heard about that.
Great.
And so there's a whole bunch of information on the city's website. If you're interested in that, you go to SturgisMotorcycleRally.com. SturgisMotorcycleRally.com. And you can check that out and see what they've got going on. So that's some of the other things. Let's see where we're at with Topless Tuesday. Or somebody wants to know about that. Yes. So Topless Tuesday. Topless Tuesday Starts about 10 o'clock. What's the name of that town? Antler?
It's ALAZA.
Google it. It's put on by the
Aldaza. I don't know.
It's put on by the territorial riders out there. And we will be out there. We were out there last year. We will be out there again. Also on Wednesday is the Ham Jam, which is over in Hewlett. You definitely want to check that out. That's actually free ham and
beans and all kinds of
they ask for a donation. And they got a band going on there, and it's pretty neat. And they call it Pantyless Wednesday too, but don't hold your breath. In Montana, it's legal to be topless, so that's how Montana gets away with it. But in
ALZADA, Alzda, ALZ
is where that's at.
Alzada, I don't know. Montana.
So this guy's going to ride 2,300 miles in 3.5 days.
Wow.
So I would say, as Pipes, I imagine you do that a lot of riding. Because that's all I'm saying is there could be a lot of people, like they're going to take their daughter along that's 18 years old that just started riding motorcycles about a month ago, and she's going to ride this 3,000 miles. And I would never take a newbie, she's rode the 2,300 miles. I wouldn't want to put her through that every day. When we try to do a long haul, we go and we try to enjoy ourselves. We try to have some fun when we're riding, stop at different places, do stuff. Nothing wrong with that. And I know there's a lot of guys out there that can ride all the way across the United States, stopping very little, sleeping very little.
Again, he's in Indiana.
He must be wanted.
Yeah, if there's a reason you got to run, it's always easy to run. At Harley Babe's sign, is that for you? Or
I don't
Tam?
think I have a Harley Babe. Oh, it's up there at the top. Don't know. I just bought it. I liked it.
I don't know.
It's up on the top of the window.
Oh.
Harley Babe Boulevard.
Oh,
It's for the babes to come in.
thanks.
Drinking your drinks. No, we're not really drinking our drinks very much. We're talking too much.
Mitch was the one that asked about Topless Tuesday. In 18 days. Wow. So Bill the Harley guy, that's what he said. He put over 8,100 miles on his bike.
I think he's going. Aren't you going to Sturgis? Because I think I've talked to him a couple times about how many miles he's driven. I'd like to meet him. We're hoping to meet up with Panhead Billy again this year too. We've seen him down there in Daytona. That man's put 1 million miles on his bike. Yeah, somebody else complained we're not drinking their drinks.
Well, it's hard to drink and talk. Are you guys drinking your drinks?
The bearded clam. I don't know. They got the bearded one downtown, the mustache beard. Send your drink recipe to Suck Bang Blows. Bartenders to mentally challenge them.
Well, most of them are there just for the looks, not for their talents.
Don't say that because we see the girls everywhere. We like our bartender girls.
Well, there's one. Man, she was on it. I don't know her name, but if I see, I always tell her, you're the best bartender I ever seen. Man, her eyes are going. Somebody walks up.
What time is the Ham and Jam? Ham and Jam. I think they start serving food about 11:30, 12 o'clock.
But if you're not there by 10, you're not going to find a parking spot.
Yes. It gets very, very crowded. It's all lined up. And don't even think about bringing a car out. Motorcycles only for the Ham Jam. And get there early. We try to normally get there about 9 or 10 all the time. And we can usually, we did get it to park on the main street. But there was already probably a couple hundred bikes there when we got there.
Are you checking your Facebook?
No.
Just to make sure Facebook people are still on. We didn't forget about you. Their camera's up there.
May not be there.
Oh, oops. We might have lost Facebook. I can't sit this long. Yeah, so that's what Ham and Jam is early. I would get there early. Yes. Last year was really hot, but they had sprinkler systems set up. There was a lot of people underneath there. There's some shady spots. There's the bar you can go in. There's a lot of little shops down there you can go to.
Yep, boobs in Montana. It's legal. We didn't show any of that on Facebook last time. Yes, I put Facebook is working.
Thanks,
I got it up and I see. Can't see us really that well.
Oh, no?
Move the camera down.
You should have looked at that. You can only see the top of our heads.
It's a delayed reaction here. Oh, now it's too low.
Oh, no, maybe not. Once you sit down.
Waiting for a delayed reaction from YouTube.
No, from Facebook.
Hey, now you can see us.
Sorry.
My head's kind of chopped off. All right. So, where was I at? So Facebook's working. Not going to Sturgis this year, but making plans to go next year. Definitely we'll be back next year too. We're kind of like you. We're kind of like the RV play couple. We've, with Tam's disability and able not to ride anymore on a bike, we probably can't really do the long hauls anymore. We're going to have to see how she does in Sturgis because we're going to do a lot of riding in Sturgis for the weeks that we're there. So hopefully she'll be able to struggle through all that.
Just sitting here is hard. I don't know.
My motorcycle's running pretty good. I've got no issues with mine. Mine's a 2014 CVO Ultra Classic. I got the, in Daytona, we got the slip-ons, not slip-ons. We got the header pipes put on, get rid of the converter, got S&S on there, got the tuner. I might have them look at the tuner again a little bit. Seemed like it was running a little bit better before than what it is now. But we're in 115-degree weather. We got those love jugs put on, and it's definitely making a difference. I didn't get a chance yet with the love jugs to,
what he wants to do is ride it with the love jugs on, take the temperature of the motor, and then ride it with the love jugs off and take the temperature of the motor and see what the difference is.
So you can show you actually how much it's helping. But we rode the other day, if you're on our Patreon page, you would see that we went on a hog ride out for lunch after the hog meeting. And when we came home, it was about 115, 118. And I could definitely feel a difference when we came to a stop. So definitely making a difference. On your Patreon page,
you saw we got some new cooling vests too, because we found out our cooling vests don't work no more. So check your cooling vest if you haven't used it in a while. Those little crystals in there.
The tuner I got, I don't know. I'll have to look. It's Speeds Performance Plus. Put it on. I don't use the what's the one I had before?
Commander.
Yeah, Power Commander. I don't use that anymore. My buddy had problems with it. I had problems with mine when I had mine. We don't do Power Commanders anymore. The one I've got, I actually get a chip with it. Flash drive for them to update it if they need to change anything or anything. So you keep the specs with you. So I don't have one that I could adjust. We ride so differently. It's hard to keep track. So the love jugs, somebody wants to know how love jugs work. What they do is they basically hook to your horn. They pulled the horn off. They put the two love jugs on. They're two fans, and you can get them chromed or black or whatever. I got the shiny chrome. You can get them brushed aluminum. And when we talked to them the other day, they fit on a lot of different bikes. So if you got an Indian or
somebody
a
asked
Honda,
if they worked on a sports bike. I guess it was an Indian. We were the Indian dealer.
And they were asking if it would work on theirs. And we got a hold of Adam, and he said they did. But what they do is they blow air across the top of the heads. So it kind of keeps the heads cooled down. And we've got, on the 2014 CVO, it's got the water-cooled heads, which made a little bit of difference. But the love jugs made a big difference. Like I say, I want to get out there and test it, but with trying to get all this stuff ready to go, we're ordering new stuff. We got lights. We're doing a lot of really big interviews this year, and we want to get to another level. We got new cordless mics, got a whole bunch of really neat stuff. We got new phones. For those who didn't watch our Patreon page, we got some Galaxy 21 Pluses now, 5G with T-Mobile. So we can get, the whole idea is hopefully we can do a lot more live streams while we're in Sturgis and be a little better quality. So we've got that. We've got our AT&T hotspot now. We've also got a Verizon phone now. We're going with another hotspot on Verizon, or T-Mobile's got a hotspot right now. If you're interested, you can get 100 gigs for $50 a month, and it comes with a free hotspot. So you can use it at home or on the road.
Take it on the road.
So we're going to try it out. If we don't like it, we're going to give it back. And that'll be the way that one works. Let's see what we got.
Is there a parade for the Scottish Heritage on Wednesday?
There is a parade for the Scottish Heritage on Wednesday morning down Main Street, led by Sierra. And John, where did you see this at? And because it's not on the
Sturgis website.
Yeah. Because we also heard another rumor that there were going to be a buffalo run down the street. We got a hold of it, and it was somebody that did an April Fool's joke in Sturgis about a buffalo running down the street. And that's how it came out. We've had several of our subscribers ask if they heard about the buffalo they're going to bring down. Talked to the city and the chamber, and there's no buffalo coming down the street. Not voluntarily.
Now, somebody grabs one and brings it down and lets it go.
Well, we're not telling you that.
Don't do that.
So FP3, I don't know what that is. Facebook 3. I don't know.
No, maybe that he was the one that was asking about your Power Commander and
Oh,
stuff.
I have no idea what phone I have. I'd have to go look at it. Had Myrtle Beach Harley Davidson install Vance and Hines tuner. Do you like it? My friend, I think that's what he's got on his now. My buddy Art, he's got a Vance and Hines tuner on his, and I think he's pretty happy with it. I think he can adjust it from his phone or something. I don't really have time to be adjusting mine when we're riding. And bad news is we don't ride like we used to ride. We used to go out on a weekend on Saturday and we'd ride 300 miles in one day. Go eat lunch, turn around, come back. And we don't do that anymore. One, it's freaking hotter than hell here. And you can definitely leave in the morning. And this year we're never home.
That's
so being that we have to do the YouTube channel and do all that, we have to do it. We want to do the YouTube channel. That takes up a lot.
We're busy with that now. So that kind of takes away from our riding.
So this year in Sturgis, we're going to film a lot more of our rides because we've also got the Patreon page going now. So we're going to put a lot more of our rides that we do and stopping points, things like that on our Patreon page. And if you're interested in that, after this is over, we'll put a link, but it's www.patreon.com/Bob and written out Tams with no apostrophe S, just Tams, like there's more of one. And so you can check that out, or you go to any of the videos that we've had in the last week. You can click on the arrow. It's on this side. Oops. Right here. But right now it's not there because I haven't put it on because this video hasn't finished yet. Let's see what we got. Thanks for clarifying the Buffalo Run. It sounded like a bit crazy for even Sturgis. Yep. And yeah. Oh, okay. The FP3 is the Vance and Hines. Okay, that's not what I have. This Full Throttle Saloon have a pool. Full Throttle Saloon does not have a pool, but Pappy Hoyles has a pool. So if you're at the campground, you're staying at Pappy Hoyles. They've got
nice one.
It's an Olympic size. Not much shade. Last year they didn't have no umbrellas or nothing up. But I mean, hey, just jumping in a pool. We talked to Jesse last year and never got around to talking to him about a campground thing. We're getting popular enough now that we got a really good deal with the Buffalo Chip. And so if the Full Throttle or Pappy Hoyle, Jesse runs the campground now. Jesse and his wife have that part more or less. And if they're interested in us coming down there and staying and they work us a little bit better deal than retail price, hey, we'll be there because we also do a lot of videos for them while we're there. Just like the Buffalo Chip, we'll do a lot more coverage for them. And so that'll be kind of neat. Someone know if we're going to go to rallies in Texas. Yes, we're coming to Texas for the Galveston rally. We'll be there.
Rally,
yep, we'll be there in November. That's the only one right now that we have down. We did find out that Las Vegas is having their Bike Fest, they call it. Starts September 30th through the
October 3rd.
Yeah. So we're definitely going to be doing that one because that's our hometown dealers. The promoter, if you watched any of my video the other day, the guy's kind of an ass clown. I think it's the same one that was running the one up in Reno. They charge you to get in to go watch, to see the vendors. You got to pay money to get into them. Heck with that. So you go over to the Harley dealerships. There's 3 of them there. There's Red Rock Harley, which is where they have the wet T-shirt contest. And I've been there to the wet T-shirt contest. It's pretty wild. They've got the new one now on the strip. And they got a big, giant stage in the back. It's going to be full blown. Henderson's going to probably have a lot of bikini bike wash and have some bands and stuff there. So as we get a little closer, we'll give you what's going on in Vegas if you're interested in, because Vegas is fully open. You wouldn't even know there was a virus there if you went there this weekend. There's like 10 million people there in Las Vegas.
And they just opened that new resort.
Yeah, which is $500 a night if you like to stay there.
Only 500.
So yeah, we already answered. They do have a pool. Anyone can use the pool there, even if you're not camping. Oh,
Really? I didn't know that either. Thanks, Nell. So far, I don't like them. Yeah.
Yes. Well, we bought the 21 phone a while back for my Verizon phone that I have. We actually don't have Verizon. We have Visible. Somebody told us about it, and as a backup phone.
That's one that's got the new, going to be the Bob and Tam's number. You guys can text us on.
So that's the phone we already had, and I've been kind of playing with that. I seem to like it. And I haven't done any videos or pictures or anything on it yet. I've got that Galaxy 10 Plus that I bought last year. Doesn't have anything on it. It's a brand new phone that I bought that I use it for videoing. I use it when I use my gimbal. And when we did some of the live streams, we use that. So that's why we wanted to try some of the different phones we have to see if we can get our quality of live stream better. I think a lot of it is not moving the camera around. I think it's a big trick. I think moving it around is what makes it go crazy. Have you guys stayed at the Oasis RV Park in Vegas? What do you think? No, never stayed at the Oasis. We just got done staying at the Thousand Trails. It was all right. You're right up against your neighbor, but
and nothing was open there yet. The pool wasn't open. They said it had been closed for over a year before the virus. Still haven't got that open.
But you got to remember about Vegas is don't leave nothing outside. I think the Oasis one is the same one that we watch another guy, Pneumatic Fanatic. I think he stayed there for a week. He didn't tell people that's where he was at, but I think that's the park he was at. And he kind of liked it. But there's a lot of, when you're downtown and stuff like that, there's a lot of theft. And don't leave nothing outside that you don't want to be. And also you're out here, like for us in Nevada, Arizona, don't leave your awning out when you're not home and don't leave it out at night. We have bad winds out here. We can get a 30 to 50 mile an hour wind in a second out here. And I've seen a couple just rip right off the side of a trailer. So, and I've seen other ones just ripped. So make sure you put your awning down. Because people see that when we go anywhere now, we don't.
Even in Sturgis, the guy behind us at Sturgis, if you're
But
watching.
it was old.
Yeah, I know, but it's still.
So in Connecticut checking us out.
Hi.
And,
They have 2 hot tubs also.
Oh,
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yep.
We drove around.
Yeah, we went around. We talked to Jesse. Jesse's always, if you ever have chance to talk to Jesse during the rally, he's a busy guy. If you didn't know, what's his wife's name?
Penny.
Penny. She's the one that checks you in at the campground. Well, she'd probably tell you that she was Jesse's wife. Very nice woman.
Yes, she is.
She always gets us Jesse's interview.
She's like, go talk to those people.
Yeah.
Get them out of here.
So, yes. So, yeah, we'd love to. Just like a lot of campgrounds out there. That's one of the things that we had problems with. We did a video a while back, and I might bring that one back up again about some of the campgrounds that we drove through after the fact. And we did drive through some. But it's tough for us to come in and find somebody to talk to during the rally. So if you're at a campground and they'd like to do a shout out on their campground, we'd be happy to come down and check them out. They'd have to run on our schedule and we give them a time and we'll be there and then we're in and out because this rally is going to be busy. We want to give you guys as much coverage as possible to show you everything that's going on. So a lot of the campground interviews will not be seen until after the rally because if you're already at the campgrounds, you're already in Sturgis, what do you need to see about a campground? So the things we're filming mostly is what you're going to see on a daily basis. And we are the only ones that's going to be there that's going to be putting out a video every single day. If the internet works.
We should. We got enough hotspots
We've heard some scary things about the buffalo chip. Anybody been a buffalo chip that had internet? Let us know. The more people get on, the harder it is to get on. So we're hoping with all the phones that we have and all this that we will be able to get it up. The idea is hopefully in the evenings that I normally set up. I didn't have any trouble last year, but we were at Kathmandu. But I mean, when we're uploading at 8 or 9 o'clock, most of you are out there partying and you're not probably doing much on your phones, watching videos or watching movies or streaming Netflix or whatever. So that's how I did most of my videos. We hadn't done that night. They were up and they'd be up 9 o'clock in the morning. We'd already be out and on the next adventure. So it's pretty neat. We got a lot of really good things going on.
And Michael?
Somebody else wrote us a letter. I hope you're not staying in the deep lake lot. No, we're not. It's right behind the amphitheater. No, we are. I don't know what we are. Woody Rod picked out our spot. So we're up on the top, I think up at the back side.
Blue sky.
Yeah. And we're going to be there before any of you show up. So we're going to get to pick our spot. So that'll be pretty neat.
You want to say nanny, nanny, boo, boo?
So we'll be there bright and early. And for any of you, we'll be pulling in there on July 16th. You guys going out to the ATV show that they're having that weekend? We'll be kind of dragging in on that Sunday, I think, Saturday or whatever. And we won't be doing much with that probably. Maybe I'll film some. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We don't really have anything. Oh, the meetups. Meetups in Sturgis is going to happen. But until we really get there and figure out what we're going to do, we're going to set something up before the rally. So there'll be something probably that Wednesday or Thursday of the week before. We'll do one probably the Monday of the rally. and then probably another one later towards the end of that week. And then if anybody's there after the rally, well, we're only there till the 16th too, so we pull out right away. So if somebody wanted to meet that Saturday night when everything's winding down, then yeah, maybe. So the idea is we've done this before. People say they want to do a meetup and nobody ever shows up. We meet more people just sitting in a bar and they just walk up and they're like,
or walking down the street. Then somebody sees us and then some more people figure out it's us. And then next thing you know, there's a group of 10 people.
So we owe 6 people drinks, actually 5 this year because the one person can't come. So 5 people we're going to buy drinks for in Sturgis at the Buffalo Chip. So we're going to try to do most of our meetups probably at the Buffalo Chip, probably. But we may do some out. We are going to have had a lot of people say they want to do rides with us. I'm a little different than most people when we go to rides. I get up, we go, we stop where I want, I go where I want, and that's the way it is. And if you fall behind, you just meet up with us. Now, that's different from the ride that she's planning. She has a ride on August 5th that if you're interested in going with us, costs about $21.50 or something. We're going to eat at the Pasta Corral.
And that's for your meal. That's not for a ride.
Yeah, you're not paying us nothing.
No.
And then we're going to pass a hat at the end and take money over to the Veterans Organization over in Sturgis and drop that off. I got one guy that's already said he wants to ride all the way to the end with us, and that's great. So if you want to know something about that, Tam will talk about that in a minute. How much time do we still got? Not much. We're running out of time. Yeah. Our hour's almost up. So she's got a ride that's going on if you're interested. We weren't going to talk about it anymore. We already had about 28 bikes on it, and that was about where we were going to stop. And now we've had about 4 people that they've had other plans that have come up. One person's not going. Somebody else, I think, had a death in the family. Somebody else had something else going on.
Life happens.
That's right. And we understand that, and we're okay with that. And so she's going to put it back out there again if a few more people want to go. And go ahead and do your little spiel, and I'll look at the names here and stuff.
Okay. For the ride is going to be Thursday, August 5th. So it's going to be before Sturgis starts. So if you're going to be there early, that's the only way you'll get to go on this ride. We're going to start in Spearfish, go through Spearfish Canyon, kind of do a loop around, and then end up off Bonnacker Road at the Pasta Corral. It's probably going to be about a 2.5 hour ride. I got one bathroom stop planned in gas. I don't know, some people, if you've got some of the Sportsters have real small gas tanks, so fill it before you come, but we're going to make the gas stop along the way. And then we're going to pass a hat at the end of it all. We're going to actually, at the Pasta Corral, she's going to have a little separate area for us, and it comes with pasta, white or red sauce, 2 meats. They're going to have meatballs, I think, and chicken. And then it comes with garlic bread and a salad. And then you get water, lemonade, tea, or coffee.
They do sell beer, but it's not included. Beer and wine, but it is cash only.
Beer, soda, and cash are extra. And it's a cash only bar. So then after that, we'll pass the hat, collect some money for our veterans, and then we're going to drop it off there on the way back.
So somebody asked what's the temperatures in Sturgis? Here you go. We have been there when it's been 35 degrees and snow flurries, and we've been there when it's 105. She just talked to them 3 days ago, and how hot was it?
It was 105.
There you go. And add humidity to that. There you go. You might see hail. You're definitely probably going to see rain. Be prepared. You got to bring, I don't know if we'll get a chance to do it. If you're riding your bike, Tam was going to go through how we used to pack our bike and the things we used to bring.
We only went once where we each had our own bikes. So any other time we only had one bike. So I put everything on one bike.
Yeah. And we basically just had the saddlebags, the tour pack, and we had one bag on the back. That's it. That's how we managed to go. But you learn to wear the same pants for a couple of days, and we change shirts every day, underwear every day.
And those places,
socks.
Wherever you stay, they have a laundry facility, so you can take just a couple short sleeve, couple long sleeve, couple sleeveless.
And then we always bring one medium to heavy jacket and then a light jacket. We always wear our boots, and we bring one extra pair of shoes. I wear tennis shoes. She brings her flip-flops. That's what we wear. So the boots never go into the bag. We wear them all the time. We bring rain gear. You get the smallest rain gear you can find. Now, we've learned from experience, we buy the Harley-Davidson rain gear because the cheap stuff that I bought off the internet, we've gotten wet on.
Yeah.
And so you got to do that. So we roll all that stuff up really, really tight. We used to have neoprene jackets that we got from Harley that were waterproof, which aren't so much waterproof anymore. We used to count that as our heavy jacket. We never took another jacket with us, a raincoat. We just brought the pants, and then I always had the boots that went over mine because I'm in the front, and then we wear gloves. Now, what we do for gloves is we bring snow gloves because we've been up in the mountains, and we don't snow ski, but we go up in the mountains. We want something warm. So snow.
That's where we did buy them, though, in Mammoth, I think, is where we bought them.
So they're the best because they keep your hands warm and dry at the same time. And so that's kind of, and then we just, you don't only bring what you need. And like she does, she brought, brings her a little bit of makeup and a hair.
Toothbrush and toothpaste.
And if you're riding on a motorcycle, she's going to pull her hair back all the time anyway. So there's not a lot of curling and hair dryers and stuff like that. If you're staying at a motel, you got a lot of that stuff. And
I can bring it all because we have a trailer.
Yeah. So those are things to think about if you're riding your bike out. You just don't bring a bunch of junk you're probably never going to need. Don't bring a bunch of food on your truck on your way. A lot of people do that. They pack this and that. We have snacks and stuff we bring. Like we get these cookies. What are they? We get them from Sam's or breakfast cookies, and they got oats and stuff in them.
Something like
that. So we keep a couple of those in our bike all the time. If we stop for gas, we can get a beef jerky or whatever when we're there. Now I do carry drinks with me because we drink tea a lot now. So I keep a big Yeti thing of tea on our bike. But before we didn't, we would just stop. I would get a 64-ounce. I used to drink soda all the time. 64-ounce soda, and that would last me 100 miles till I got to the next stop.
I have to show off my shirt.
Yeah. See, she got one of our new shirts on that we'll be selling soon. So let's see if there was any other questions. There was a few more that people did have.
Yeah, because it's 401 for a minute.
All that different weather can it happen in the same day? No, not there. It's not like being in the Midwest. Midwest, yes. There, no. Storms can blow up. Yeah, you could have a nice, pretty day, and if you're looking over there and it's getting black, you need to,
watch the clouds. Wherever it's dark, don't go that direction.
Yeah, we have been caught when it was. Well, that's another story we'll talk about another time because that'll take a long time. We've been stuck in some really bad hail last year. He comments a lot. I see him a lot. He'll usually at least once during the rally. Yes, you are right. And what's funny about Sturgis is it's weird too that we were in this really bad hailstorm last year, and we'll make it short. I couldn't see the hand in front of my face. We were coming back from Rapid City on Saturday, the last day. It got so bad I just had to pull off the road, and there was nobody around. I couldn't make it to an overpass because I couldn't see. So I told her to get down on the side of the bike. I would cover her up with me in the jacket, and some guy pulled over in a pickup truck, brand new truck, and he let us in. So we're sitting inside the truck. He's from Spearfish. We're soaked. And he's like, I haven't had any rain for 2 weeks at my house in Spearfish.
Yeah.
And it had rained the week before the rally last year. Saturday before the rally, it rained really hard. We were there. But actually during the rally, but see, that's the difference in Sturgis area, the Black Hills, with the hills and stuff. Some places can get a lot of rain. Other places may not even get any rain.
Well, was it last year or the year before? That was probably 2 or 3 years ago, that story with the hail. But I think it was last year. Spearfish had a real bad tornado go through.
That was right before the rally. 2 weeks before the rally, there was trees down. We actually had a video that we put up about that.
So you never know. The whole Midwest is like that. I think the weather's just nuts.
Kim says hi.
Hi, Kim.
And do we do the Legends ride? I had thought about it.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, $300, a little more than I could do. Well, tell one of my secrets. We got media passes. We got approved by the Buffalo Chip to give us media passes. So I probably won't go on the ride, but you will see me there before the ride, and you will see me there.
When the ride finishes.
No, yeah. When you go down and have lunch, I'll be there filming that. So that helps a lot because it saves us from spending the money. They're saying Kid Rock's going to be on there, but you heard that from us if it happens. Buffalo Chip's not. They're telling you that I think Horny Mike's going to be there and some other people that are going to be on the ride and stuff. But there's also the Rusty Wallace ride that leaves out of Rapid City Harley Davidson, Black Hills Harley out of there, and then ends up at the Buffalo Chip. Rusty Wallace is a great guy. If you're in the NASCAR, very, very friendly. We got to meet him last in Daytona this year, and got a shout out from him. And great guy. And we talked to his son. Great guy. They make choppers now, $60,000 ones. They start out, or maybe it's $80,000. I know they were.
They're nice and expensive.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not thinking about the Legends ride. We did the Full Throttle ride a couple of years in a row when they did theirs. They called it the one from
Peppy Hoyle.
No,
right.
the one they had was because of his daughter, his sister died.
Vicky.
Yeah, it was benefit ride for her.
But I think
charity ride for her.
The money went to her, but I think they called it the Peppy Hoyle ride.
That's when she had cancer. I think maybe before she died. We went on that ride, and then we went on one other one, and it was all right. But we had a video a while back talking about riding, and we normally big groups like that. I'm not real keen on riding. It's just not saying you're one of these people, but there's a lot of people out there that don't know what they're doing. They shouldn't ride in groups. And
it's hard unless you've ridden a big group before. It's hard to answer some more questions. It's I've after. He told me to keep him on time.
Yeah, we don't want to drag it out to 2 hours again. Do you need to do the
run?
That's the one in New Mexico, isn't it? I've heard of that. I'll have to look it up. I've heard of that. So we just give us a thumbs up. Yes, Kid Rock is riding. Okay. We had heard that, and we may even be getting a special interview with Kid Rock. We've got a couple people that's supposed to get us in, so we'll see. We would have got an interview with him in Nashville. He was supposed to show up in Nashville, but he ended up having some big wigs from LA showed up at the last minute, and he couldn't fly into.
Well, he's not fly in. He only lived down the street.
He was going to come over to the Nashville rally and come up on stage and stuff. I think it was during when Billy was there. And
Billy Gibson that last night.
Yeah, he was going to come up with him, and then we found out at the last minute that he wouldn't. But
he said it was in Mexico, that El Diablo ride.
We might do that. I'm not scared to go into Mexico. No, we've actually, the last place we stayed last year, we were way up high. What was that campground called? Big Rig RV or something?
Oh, yeah.
Big Rig RV Park. We were up there on top of that hill and didn't feel nothing.
The only place we felt it once was we were in Colorado way up high. And boy, we thought.
Yeah, the trailer was going to blow over.
It was bad.
But we were
rocking and rolling.
We were probably 8,000 feet up.
Rusty says the same campground we do. Oh, okay. He's going to be at that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well,
and he's a great guy. I don't know if you've met him or not before, but Rusty Wallace is a great guy. I couldn't believe how nice he was. Yeah, it was in Mexico. I thought so. Only 38 bikes. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you. Yeah, so that helps us out. If you're watching our channel, those are ways that we get credit from YouTube is by you hitting that thumbs up button, lets you know you like the video, but it also gives us better rhythms. It helps with my videos because right now our videos aren't being put out. YouTube's not sharing them. They're sharing it with the people that watch us, but they won't recommend my videos. We probably won't get that till we get to Sturgis again. So we're only getting 1,500, 3,000 people or less watching our videos because it's only you. If you're already a subscriber of ours, you're the only ones that are seeing that. They're not putting it out. So by liking it, watching our videos, if you watch them all the way to the end, that helps with that rhythm, and YouTube will put us back up there. We didn't really get wild until we got to Myrtle Beach this year. Daytona and all that, we didn't really get going. They never put us up in the rhythms. So we don't know what it is. We're trying to put videos back out every day again, and we're not up there in that list anymore. Same for a little bit. 49 likes now. There you go. Thank you. We appreciate all of you thanking us and checking us out and doing all this. We're trying to do some more lives next weekend, which I didn't realize it was coming up so fast. It's the 4th of July. Our daughter and grandkids are coming out here next weekend. We might do a short one. We'll let you see them. And they've been on a couple of our videos already. Not motorcycle riders, not campers. The boys have been.
Yeah, they came with us a couple of times.
So it is. I didn't get to really do everything we wanted to do today. We was going to go through everything at the Buffalo Chip that was going on. One of the things we did find out for the Buffalo Chip this week is will not be till August 1st. We will get an itinerary of everything that's going on at the Buffalo Chip. Everything from midget bowling to mini bike races. And they've got all that. A lot of that stuff is tentative, but they don't have a calendar yet telling you when all this is. They've also got a grunge area over at the Buffalo Chip, which you got to buy your pass you can get into. They're going to have mini bike races. They're going to have mini bike show. They got all this stuff that you can get involved with. It looks kind of exciting. They also, I think they're going to have biker games over there a couple days a week, maybe every day they're going to have it. I don't know if they're giving away prizes or whatever, but there's a lot of different people sponsoring it, Geico and a whole bunch of other stuff. So they're probably going to have some prizes and stuff they'll give away for all that. That's something else you want to say?
No, I looked at it. I think that was about it.
Where'd my thing go? There it goes. He says we work too hard. Yes, we do.
Yes.
I had yep. I sent him the email showing him where that was at.
Yeah, that's the place you got to go. 60 likes. All right, thanks, Del.
Got them going. So we do appreciate that. We do appreciate all of you. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have people respond, because when we first started doing this, our videos, almost 2 years now, back in 2019, we kind of started our video YouTube channel, and it really didn't get going until we went to in January. We went to Florida that year in 2020.
We got 100 subscribers.
We were on our way, and I almost gave up there because we worked so hard. We went to the Tampa RV show. We tried to get people to watch our channel, gave out cards, did all this stuff, and we just weren't doing anything. We got to Sturgis in July. Got to Sturgis in late July last year, and I put that challenge out there. Hey, if you could get us 5,000 subscribers, break the 5,000 mark, I would do everything humanly possible to hit as many rallies as possible. Well, you all did it with 6,800. We ended up driving away with. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing this year. Now, that all depends a lot on how this goes, because we are retired. We're not making a living on this. This doesn't even pay for our gas money. And plus, I just got a new computer.
Especially the price of gas now.
So, we got these new phones we just bought. We got a lot of new stuff that we're trying to make this a better thing. I'm hoping if everything goes, which I've had a few people predict this, that in Sturgis that we would gain another 10,000 subscribers. We would break to 20,000 subscribers, which would be great. But you've got to watch it. That's the problem that we have is once the rally's over, I lose 90% of those people don't want to watch the videos anymore. And we try to put videos out about motorcycling and stuff to see and stuff to do. I got a bunch of campgrounds I haven't even reviewed because it seems like if I'm not putting something out about motorcycles or pictures of girls on it, nobody's watching it. So, what do you want? What do you want to see? Tell
us what you want.
We've got some really neat things. We got some interviews that are going to be coming up. We got some things in Sturgis where we're going to actually have professionals on our feed with us, sitting with us, just like Tam is, sitting down, and you can ask them questions about performance on your bike and things like that. So we've got a couple different ones like that. We've got a couple good interviews, which probably won't be seen afterwards. Some really big name people telling us the history of Sturgis. So that'll be exciting, but that'll probably be after the rally. We do have a lot of highlight videos that I've not done for any of the rallies that we've done so far. 6 rallies, we have not done the highlight video yet. So each one of those will still come out someday between now and next year. A lot of people want us to go back to October for Bike Week down in Florida again. And we want to do one quick shout out for Angels Rally. It's in Georgia. They're having it again in, is it September? October? We'll have to look it up.
It's October. It's right after, I think it's the 10th, October 10th. It's right after Vegas. And we'd only get 3 days to get there.
So we got a friend that's going to be there, and he wanted us to try to do some shout outs for them and try to get it. It's basically a gentleman that his wife passed away. Her name was Angel, and he had a lot of acreage, and he built an old Western town. And we should have went this spring, and we passed it up. Our daughter came down to Orlando while we were down there in between rallies and visited us, did Disneyland and all that crazy stuff. And we didn't go. And then a bunch of the vendors that we give shout outs for were there and said it was great. They had a great time, good crowd.
Lots of fun.
So we definitely are going to be there next spring, but we probably won't make it to this fall one. Just isn't enough time. And then, of course, the expense of everything. And we've only been home. We'll be home 3 weeks here. And if we don't go there in October, we'll be home 3 weeks in October and be home again for Christmas, and that'll be it.
So we were home 3 weeks in January, and then 3 weeks in June, October, and December. What?
Hey, there's my buddy Art.
Hey, Art.
He likes to watch the hot chicks on YouTube. He's my other riding partner. I'm trying to get to retire so he could go riding with us.
So everybody needs to say, Art, you need to retire.
And so, yeah, I know he likes the pretty girls. I already knew that. Yep, we didn't see. They want that pudding. See?
You can say it when we leave.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach is a southern thing, which it was different. All these rallies are a little different. What's the best place to eat in Sturgis? Well, depends on what you want. We eat a lot at what's the restaurant downtown on Main Street?
Oh, Louis Diner.
Louis Diner. Louis Diner is open 24 hours a day.
He's a plain Jane guy.
They cook anything. You can have breakfast at midnight. You can have breakfast at noon. You can have a steak at 6 o'clock in the morning. They serve beer, and they don't raise their prices. So that's my number one. We ate there 3 or 4 times. Probably the next place is the Pasta Corral, which is out there in Von Knocker Road. We really like eating there. Did we end up not having a very good? Did we have a good steak anywhere? Not really. We went over to the firehouse and ate. It wasn't that great. It was all right.
We had fish and chips.
And the breakfasts are all right. We did the VFW, the American Legion, whatever. It's the multi thing there.
It's called
the
Vets Club.
Vets Club there. They have breakfast in the morning. And they always want to make sure, let you know, they have real china and real silverware that you get to eat your food with. Now, we're going to go over to the Legion, which is just across the road over there on the highway there. It's in Piedmont. And one of our subscribers wants us to go there and eat. They have breakfast or lunch or dinner or something there. There's another one out by Deadwood or Spearfish or someplace. There's another women's thing.
They told us last year Nemo usually has a breakfast too. The firefighters, I think, put on a breakfast in Nemo. I was going to say we ate at the Knuckle a couple of times too. Oh, the steak tips at Loud America. That's a good place.
Yeah. Steak tips. If you're there on a Sunday, it's all you can eat steak tips. And it's pretty good. I wouldn't eat there every day, but I mean, it was pretty good.
We ate at the Knuckle a few times.
We try to stay away from the fair food. You get tired of that. You know, we did.
Oh, you talking about Johnny. He was the first person that recognized us. He has a little spot there across the street from the museum. He sells any kind of food, but it's fair food. But he was the very first person we were walking down. And he's like, Bob and Tim. Yeah. It's like,
he's a little Oriental guy. He has a stand there. He's there every year, he says. But he was watching our channel when he first got into Sturgis, and he seen us coming, and he tried to pawn food off on us every day. We did eat there, and it was okay.
Well, he always gave us a tea. So
and his mom is right around the corner on the other side by the big chair doing the lemonade. That's his mom that does that.
And he's a very nice guy.
That's right. Very nice guy. And
so if you're looking for some quick food right there on the corner, he's got it all the right.
Yeah, the world record poker run we will cover when they get to Sturgis.
No, we're not going to be able to go on the ride.
Yeah, because it would be impossible for us because we'd have to haul our toy hauler all the way down there, then ride, and then go back and get our toy hauler, and then come back to Sturgis. Well, I know how they're going to feel. After they've ridden, which we did 2,200 miles. They're going to want to sit down and take a nice rest for about 3 days before they figure out what they're going to do.
But we wish them all the luck because it's fun to break a record. We got to
and
do
if
that
you,
with
and,
Adam
you know, which it is, which we did. We with Adam Sandoval, he broke the world record of the most Harley Davidsons in a parade, and that was great. It was a lot of fun. And we really enjoyed it, even though it was 100 and freaking degrees, and we died of heat stroke in the sun, and nothing went as planned. But I mean, it was a lot of fun. We went back last year for his reunion party, and that was a lot of fun. This year we won't make his reunion party because of Vegas. But we're thinking about doing every other year. Yeah, see, that's what a lot of people say. I thought I might have to change it. There you go, Art. Somebody's telling you need to just do it.
See, that's what we're telling him. Life's too short. He's got enough time in, he can retire.
You've never noticed any women in our videos other than Tam. They must be blinded by you.
I take lots of pictures in the massage booth. when Tam was shopping. Where was that?
I don't know. I don't remember it being in a massage booth. Didn't know there was a massage.
Oh, he did get a massage.
Oh, yeah. It was down at the Beaver Bar.
Yeah.
It wasn't a massage. It was chiropractic.
Oh, yeah.
Adjustment. Chiropractic adjustment. I got a bad back.
He does. Along with my bad body, we make a pair, let me tell you.
That's the other reason we could never do that poker run. She wouldn't be able to go.
No.
Because she couldn't even ride in a car that long, in that long of a time, in that short of a period. So we travel differently. Some days we get 200 miles on the RV. Some days we can hit 600 miles. Very few of those. Most of them are short 203 mile days because of her. She's rubbing her legs now. That she's already in pain just from sitting here too long doing a live. So that's why you see me a lot more on camera talking about stuff, not so much her because she'll be sitting down.
She'll run off and go do stuff, and I'll just sit somewhere for a little bit.
And relax and take a live. Look, Art wrote something else. What Art got to say? Just got 10 G's of camera equipment. Once it's paid off.
I'll think about retiring.
Did you get that video equipment, though? That's what we need to know. I need somebody to help me at that special event that I've got to cover.
On Tuesday. We might have another friend going with us. Since Art won't go.
That's right. Might have to get Michael to go along. He knows who Michael is. So, yeah. So we got a lot of really great, fun things coming up in Sturgis this year. And once we get on the road, we'll be showing a lot more stuff. Check out that Patreon page if you want to check into that. We're also going to be doing some drawings on Patreon. We're going to give away some T-shirts and some hats and a whole bunch of neat stuff here in the next few months. Next month, probably. Not months. Next month, we'll start giving away some stuff. And it's for our Patreons. We'll get that first chance on our drawings. And then we got a whole bunch of posters that I picked up from Daytona. She just found when she was cleaning out the RV that we'll give away. And we'll ship them to you. And it won't cost me too much to ship a poster. And but it was limited. There was their special edition. And they printed up probably 1 million of them. And there wasn't 1 million people in Daytona. There was a lot, but not 1 million. Let's see what else we got. We're ending up here. Have you guys checked Elk Creek Steakhouse?
Yeah, but you got to watch that place.
Is
That's the one I think we went to. Is it right outside of Piedmont?
across the road.
Yeah.
If it's the same one we're thinking about, we went there years ago, and
We went with
they
Kelly.
have
Kelly
a
and Art.
special menu that they set
Only
out,
during rally time.
and it's like double the price, and the service wasn't that great, and the food was all right. I don't remember it being bad, but we've never gone back since then. A lot of the local places have a bad tendency. That's kind of why we went to, what was the other place? Louis Diner, because he made a big thing of saying, I'm not going to raise prices. I can make money doing, 24 hours a day. And
But it needs a little more staff. His staff got burnt out, I think.
yeah, because it was tough. It's tough to have a business open 24 hours a day there. And so, yeah, I think we did eat at the steakhouse once.
I finished mine.
There you go. She's known for drinking, though. What is the must thing to take in at Sturgis? Take to, I would say you're wanting to know the number one thing to take to Sturgis. I would say 2 things: suntan lotion and bug spray.
Oh, I was gonna say rain gear.
No. The bugs will eat
Yeah,
you.
the bugs. The bugs are crazy.
Yes. So especially when you're out there at these like the buffalo chip is a farm field. So there's all those bugs out there. If you go out to Topless Tuesday.
Oh, that was horrible. I bet you I was going to buy some this year because they had a rain probably 2 days before it, Topless Tuesday. And when we got there, it was grass. It was beautiful, but man, the bugs bit you up. And there was just a couple people that had bug spray, and they were selling that stuff like $5 a squirt because you needed it.
No, Art can't go to the rally. He's working. But you got all that high seniority.
Boar's Nest, we've been there. That's a cool place. That's why it's got the garage.
Yep.
Looks like a.
Never ate there though.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
They did because their specialty was like a hamburger with barbecue, pulled pork on top or something.
Oh, 75 likes. The Art's thing is take plenty of cash. See, Art likes to buy stuff. He just got done saying he spent $10,000 on some video equipment.
Art's always got the bad.
Oh, look, we got a super chat.
I want. Whoa, woo, ding, ding. Do your ding.
You do a little dance.
See me dance. Thank you, Ken.
I want to see you shake it. Shake that moneymaker. Take your big credit card.
There you go.
Well, the idea, what we try to do is we ate at Dairy Queen. There's an Arby's over in Rapid City. We ate there.
What's got the chicken in the pizza place?
Oh, isn't that what it's called? Chicken and pizza, isn't it?
I don't know, but there's usually one in every little town.
Where Dairy Queen is at, there's a
Sturgis.
pizza and pasta place or pizza and something. They have a smorgasbord, and it's all you can eat for like $10. And we eat there twice.
He likes fried chicken. They had fried chicken. Besides a hamburger, he'll eat fried chicken. So they got pizza and fried chicken. They're good.
What's the event at Sturgis? I don't know. What event?
There's a lot of them.
What's the number one event in Sturgis? I don't know.
I think just riding in the hills. That's the one thing that Sturgis has that none of the other bike rallies have is the riding.
So what I always tell people is, here's what a real motorcycle rally is about. It's about riding. It's about seeing your new friends or your old friends, checking out your old friends. It's about meeting new friends. That's what a rally is about. It's got nothing to do with the concerts and all the other stuff that's going on and things like that. That's all great stuff that fill in for what's going on. But the real thing is out there is the people that you meet. And we've met some people. Art was talking about Kelly. She's going to be retiring here soon. We met her 4 or 5 years ago. And
the first year we went out there. We stayed at Kathmandu, and she stayed at the trailer at the end of, we were in one cabin. I think she was in the cabin right next to us.
And so she came out by herself, and she went to a women's conference.
All the way from San Francisco, all the way to Reno, all the way to
on a dyna glide.
And all by herself.
Yeah. And she went to a women's conference in Reno first on motorcycles, and then she rode the Sturgis, and she rode out the next year. And now she's a teacher, and I think she's going to be retiring here either this year, must be next year. And so Art's laughing about something. Pizza Ranch, that's what it's called. Good place to eat. We like that. And I need a restaurant that won't cause indigestion.
Oh, eat some ice. That's all I can tell you. I get indigestion really bad too.
I don't know. Well, if you go to that Louis, their food is pretty plain and not real spicy or anything like that. So I think,
like I said, he's a plain Jane guy.
They got salads and all that kind of stuff there too. So I think if you went there, you'd be pretty set that you wouldn't get indigestion. That would be my guess. Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore is a great place. We like Mount Rushmore. First time we all went over there. We rode up to the front and we checked it all out. Now what do? We stop on the highway and we take a picture from the road. Seen it, done it, been there. But I love all the little towns. I love going to Deadwood and Hill City and Custer and Keystone. All those little sounds are neat. A lot of people like to go to the Badlands. We've been out there twice. But we live in the desert too.
That's true.
That might be the difference with us. But there's nothing out there. There's no businesses out there. It's just my buddy Art, we almost ran out of gas out there coming back from there.
A neat place to go, but
it's the same. It's the same thing with Devil's Tower. A lot of people want to go out to Devil's Tower, and it's neat to go out there and ride. And if you watch that movie,
Close Encounters,
and you might know that if you're really young, you probably have no idea what anybody's talking about. But there's not a lot out there either. If you like to hike, go out there and you can take a little hike and you can hike around it, and that's pretty neat if you're a hiker. But when we go to a motorcycle rally, we really came out there to do some riding and see some events. And I like to see the vendors. I'm a big vendor person. I like to see what's new. I like to see neat things for my bike. I don't spend a lot of money on my bike. I'm not a big, I don't have to have everything. That's one of the reasons I bought a CVO. My last bike here's a CVO. It's got just about everything I wanted on it. It's all chromed out. It's got all the fancy stuff. It runs fast enough for me. I'm tweaking a few things on it. Got rid of the converter because I wanted the motor to run cooler. And we want to change. We're going to change the shocks. We're going to get the Legends. We've been talking to them. And I got an appointment already set up to go to Legends. And got to talk to the lady Monday about, let's be tomorrow. And about doing an interview with them and do some filming of it and all that. So that'd be pretty neat. At the factory there, they're right there in Sturgis. That's pretty exciting. And everybody says they are the...
And when somebody asked about the number one thing was,
there you go.
Papaya enzymes for indigestion.
We'll have to remember that. Also, peppermint sometimes helps.
Yeah. Long hot right.
Yeah. Got it. All right. Anybody else got any last words before we end it up here tonight? We appreciate everybody on Facebook. we didn't get a chance to get on there. We're going to try, since it seems to be working, I can link you to our YouTube version and we can answer your questions from there. You won't see us highlight your question, but you'll be, no, they won't see it on their end. I think you only see it here. So we do appreciate all of you watching on Facebook, and we try to give out different links. But right now with the Facebook, I'm running my phone and checking that out. That's the Galaxy 10 that's shooting that. And if you're playing on your phone, see, it's nice and clear.
Yeah.
And I got that on my phone down here. You can see yourselves. Oh, you didn't get your picture you were going to show.
Yeah, it's over here. If I can
here, if she can get up, she's going to show you her picture of her training. We had a video that came out. Or is that? Oh no, that's tomorrow's video. She's going to give you a highlight of tomorrow's video. There's a part she's going to talk about her old motorcycle, which was her first bike that she ever bought, or I bought, a 2007 1200 Sportster. And this was the group of girls that she got to ride with. So you got to, well, first you have to do two different ones. You have to do it here, and look at that. So let's see.
So the only two of us were the two here at the end. Whoops, the other side.
Where are you at?
I'm right. That's me and that girl. We're the only two that ended up actually riding bikes when we got done.
All right, let's see here. Let's get it up here since I can see it on here. All right. So Tam's the one with the Harley Davidson shirt on. So the girl standing next to her in the red, that is the girl that she continued to ride. The other three on the other side, the last we heard, never rode. So that was.
I took that, or somebody took that picture, and then I made the frame for all of us. That was the day we graduated. So 2009.
So if you watch the video tomorrow, Tam's doing the majority of the talking. So you might want to check that out and let us know what you think about it. It's a girl's opinion on a new bike and what she thought. And we went up to Las Vegas to one of the dealers up there, and we checked out. And well, we went to Las Vegas area. I don't want to tell them too much. Let's see what we got. A bunch of questions here. How many times is Tam planning on spending? How much money is Tam spending on it? It's as much as I give her.
Pretty much it.
She don't normally. I usually talk her into buying most of the clothes that she buys. She doesn't.
I'm not a big spender. I'm not a big shopper.
There's our buddy Art, and
we got to go to lunch with him when we went back to see the doctor.
We don't get to see Art as much.
Or dinner, I guess.
He used to be our riding buddy. He was the best guy to go riding with because all he wanted to do was ride. As long as I stopped once in a while, he could have a smoke. He was happy. He didn't care where we went, what time we got back, where we ate. He could care less. He just wanted to ride. Yeah. So I couldn't have had a better friend that wanted to go riding with me. And I miss it. I miss it.
Quit his job.
We need him to retire so he can do this. What I want to do is I've been watching on YouTube, and some of these guys are taking long trips for a week or two and going out. And Tam can't do that anymore. So me and him would go out and we do some of these adventures across the, go up there and do Pacific Coast Highway up the coast and go out to maybe do all around 66 all the way to St. Louis, maybe do some things like that. But he hasn't retired yet, so I don't have a riding buddy. And I don't know if I'd want to go with anybody else because I'm used to riding with him and he doesn't.
Yes, we are. We're at home.
It's 100, and when I looked a while ago, it was 111 degrees. And we're out here in our third garage with the air conditioner, been running all day, and it still hasn't got down.
No, it's Prescott. Let me see if I can find it.
Let's see what else we got. Burning Up the Roads is watching us.
There it is.
So he likes your shirt.
Thank you. Did you see it? It says Bob and Tam.
We got some new ones coming for her. I got 3 new shirts coming for her that I
115.
And that should be here in the next few days. And then we have some stuff being shipped out to Sturgis. Some other shirts that I've got ordered. I got some of it's got our name on the back. So if you see me coming up from the back, the Marines will chat with you there.
All righty. We're at in Sturgis, I'm assuming, but we're at in Sturgis.
We've always had good luck when we talk to the vets there at their place there. They've always been real good about giving shout outs and stuff. And most people have heard of us now. So I think that's the advantage we have over a lot of YouTubers. We have a really good chance. Actually, we have a really good opportunity because we talk to people all the time. And a lot of these businesses have heard of us. You know, we set up, we talk to the mayor and the business agent and the police department and all these different officials and all these people that own the, Rod last year, we talked to him. We got Jesse Dupree to talk to us. Had a lot of different of those vendors out there talking to us and stuff. So we've gotten a really good rapport with most people, realizing that we're here to put out some really good information. We're not out here like a lot of these YouTubers that are out here to make it look like the world is ending and, Sturgis did this or Sturgis did that. I'm trying to get, which I'm not going to know if I'm going to get it. It's probably not going to happen. We're hoping to try to get to talk. Want me to tell you that?
No. We'll just wait.
Maybe they'll hear and they'll say, hey, yeah, come on over, guy. Talk to us. There's a group. It's known as the 81st.
81sters, I don't know.
No, it's the 81st rally. And there's a group that the 81 stands for. And I don't know if it'll happen or not. But I've got a few people that are in clubs which all we want to do is talk about the events that they're having, not anything that's going on. And they got stores and stuff down there and stuff. And we've talked about that before, about talking to them. And somebody just put a big video up the other day of the Mongols over in California at the Harley dealer there. And the guys shot all the video of all the guys in uniform or in their jackets and their
colors.
Patches and colors and all that. And nobody shot that guy. And so, I don't know.
Yes, I was shopping, but that was a 50% off sale. I don't buy anything unless it's on sale. So my mom always used to yell at me about.
How's Charlie doing?
He's probably in the house freaking out because we came out back and he's inside.
Yeah, I couldn't bring him out here in the garage because we got all these lights set up and it's a real big mess out here. And we got we have a patio out back with a hot tub and stuff, which is empty because we've been on. So all the cushions for all the chairs, they're all in here in my bar.
He would have knocked down everything.
Yeah, so we're showing you the good part. You can't see the refrigerator. We got 2 hide-a-beds in here. Futons that fold out. I got a wall that covers up the garage, a removable wall. It's got Harley Davidson painted on it. Got a lot of pictures. I got sounds, got speakers up on the walls and stuff. And it's pretty neat. I built this, and we don't do a lot.
Cave, and he's never out here.
Got a dartboard over there. Usually the grandkids like to come out here and shoot dart. But we got a big TV out here for them. We got games out here. The Wii or something's out here. Xbox. I guess the Xbox is out here. They can play with that.
But anyway, Charlie's in the house. So,
but he's not coming to Sturgis because the Buffalo Chip does not allow dogs. And so he ain't going on this trip. Our daughter's going to pick him up this weekend, take him back to California, and he's going to spend a few months with them. And hopefully we'll get him back at the end. And
there's somebody else that wants Charlie dog.
We'll see you in Sturgis in 2022. Yep, we'll be back in 2022.
No, he's the one, I guess.
Yeah, he's probably the one that won the
other beer.
Wolverine, Harley Davidson, and Chesterfield Township, Michigan just had their 19th annual Ride of Freedom. Yes, I did see that. I seen a couple of YouTube videos on that. Actually, I think the Badgers might have went up there. Maybe it was it the
They went to Virginia.
The honoring one. I don't know. Somebody was up there the other day. I just seen a video yesterday or the day before that they were up there in Michigan and did all that. And that's great. We ended up having to come back because Cam's got to go to the doctors so many times a year for all of her medical issues and stuff to go on, keep her drugs and all that being given out. So that's what brought us back here this time is for that. And we're also having our daughter come out. We have 2 daughters with 4 grandkids, and the one's coming out. Well, we both went back to California. We spent some time with both of them for a few days last week. And then we came back now for this, and then our other daughter's going to show back up again on Wednesday this week, and we'll stay through the 4th of July, and then on Tuesday, or the 5th, Monday.
Yeah.
We'll be pulling out and heading for Sturgis. So it's already good. She's been working on the trailer, getting it done. We got 70 old people in here.
Holy cow.
Holy Jennifer Jupiter's Batman.
75.
Oops, that one ain't coming up. Oh.
The same one.
That's the same one. Okay. Any more questions? Look, I still got my little ticker tape. I forgot to turn that off. I was telling you what we were going to talk about today. I go back here to. Now let's see if I can get those things to come up that wouldn't come up before. Now they'll probably come up. Share.
I thought you said you had to click on one of these
things. I do. It's already clicked. Let's see. When you hit share, See, it's coming up with this, but I think she would hit this. It said windows, and it brought up 3 different windows. Well, it's not. When I watched that person, it didn't do that. Oh, there it is. Look, we figured it out. It's no, it's not on there yet.
No. Well, you got to give it a minute.
Well, let's go back. There it is. All right, I need to get.
Do the side one.
This is the whole one. I don't know. It's supposed to take it to where it took.
It did. It did the whole thing where we were at.
Yeah, but that should be. This should be bigger.
I don't know.
Now it's on the whole thing.
Yeah, see, it's doing it.
Oh, there we are. So look, I got it to work. I don't think I can I got to move it from the original one. So this is the thing we were going to show you about the jump. See? Hey, we figured it out. A little late, but.
Better late than never,
I
huh?
don't know. It's not moving.
No, this one it's not. I don't know. There it goes. It's but delayed because this is, that's real time. This is delayed.
You can't see this on Facebook. But we'll get this fixed. So yeah, there's a pretty big delay on it. I have to wait and talk about it, I guess, and then show it. So yeah, we did figure it out. It's a little late, but hey, maybe next time. Look at that.
All right.
Holy Jennifer Jupiter's Batman, we figured it out. Now we gotta go.
We're back. I just
All right, we'll look at the last couple things. Do you think you might make Myrtle Beach next year? Yes, we are. We will make it for the spring. We're definitely, right at this point, we've already decided we'll do Daytona, Leesburg, Angel Rally actually, I think Angel Rally is before Leesburg. So it'll be Daytona, Angel Rally in Georgia,
Angel City,
then Leesburg, then Panama City, and from there we don't know.
Myrtle Beach.
Oh yeah, Myrtle Beach. So we would end up at Myrtle Beach. I don't know what we'll do after that. I don't know if we do Nashville again or not. It's up to them what they're willing to give us campsite.
They haven't got the dates yet, so I'm just curious to see if it'll be over Memorial Day weekend or not.
So we don't know.
I will, Leonard. As soon as we get done, I'll send you an email about the ride.
Coming from North Carolina.
All right.
Are you close to Laconia?
No, North Carolina.
Oh no.
That's by Myrtle Beach.
Oh, yeah.
We'll.
I live in Northern California, and I'm looking to start biking around in the Pacific Northwest. What type of bike would you recommend for a beginner? Well,
we got a video coming out for you.
We got a video coming out tomorrow, and that's what she started with in California. Now, she rode in Southern California. So come out here. We'll even tell you, it's a 1200 Sportster. She got a used one. We didn't get to find a picture on it. I'm going to see if we can find a picture and we'll put it on our Facebook page. She had a 1200 Sportster, got a great deal on it. It only had less than 12,000 miles on it. I think I paid like $4,600 for it or something. I don't think I paid very much for it. And it had a windshield on it. I got her some speakers. Her iPod. Back then we had iPods, didn't have Bluetooth yet. And hooked up to it, and she rode that thing every day to work.
It had bags on the sides.
Yeah, and she rode around California. She rode it up the coast. Yeah. Up there and over. It was great. The 883 is just not enough power there. The 1200 is really a good bike. I like the 1200. I wouldn't go to Sturgis on a 1200, but there is people there. There was a girl we met last year. She got mad when I made a comment to her that I told her I would good luck on her bike, and she said, "You jinxed my bike." She had rode from California over on a 1200 Sportster all the way over, and had to work in the bar at the Full Throttle, I guess she was at. And she got mad when I said, "Good luck on your bike." "You jinxed my bike now. You jinxed my bike." She freaked out. So whatever. So so watch tomorrow's video. It'll come out at 4:00 California time. It's going to come out at 4. You can check that out. She'll explain what she liked about that bike, why it fit her so well. I don't know how tall a guy you are or not. I'm just under 6 foot, but I love riding that 1200. It was great for if you not saying you want to split lanes, but for splitting lanes, that little sucker, I could zip in between those cars. They didn't even know what was coming. And so that was pretty neat. Let's look at these last few comments before we end up here, since I did figure out how to do it. Laconia maybe not.
We're going to try. A lot of people want us to go to that one. We just got.
Well, I found a campground. They say it's only $400 to stay there, but it's hard to believe it's that cheap.
That drink is working, Bob.
Afternoon, your folks going to be in Hurricane House next year. We do not know yet.
They haven't set the date
Right
yet.
now, they have not set up their official date yet because we've had several people ask us so they could put it in. We don't know yet. A lot depends on what's around that event. Also depends what they will do for us to get us a camping spot in-house. And if we're taking the dog with us again or not. All that depends a lot on all that.
Because Charlie needs air.
Yeah.
He's spoiled.
I did it in the 90s from Phoenix. There's 883. I run 883 from Fort Lauderdale to Sturgis. There you go.
See? It can be
done. I'm not saying you could ride. I had a 100 XL Honda, and I could run 65 miles an hour with it. But I mean, I could run 60 with it. I probably could have run it to Sturgis and back. I wouldn't have wanted to, but I could have. But
he was only 14 too.
well, I had that for a while.
Yeah, I guess.
There's another person that rode a Sportster. See, Sportster's is pretty common. It's a neat bike. I don't have nothing.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, she had a 1200.
Yep, that was Steven.
So a lot of people have it. It's a pretty popular bike, and especially you can get a used one, and they're very reasonable. It's not like buying a Street Glide or a Fat Boy or something like that where they want $15,000 for one that's a couple years old. So you can usually a lot of people are selling them because a lot of people buy a 1200 or even an 83 as their first motorcycle, and they figure out I don't really ride a motorcycle. I bought it, it sits in the garage and doesn't do anything. And kind of like my first bike was like that. My first couple bikes, we really didn't ride a whole lot. It wasn't until we moved to California and we got our heart. Well, my Goldwing I had, I put 5,000 miles on in about a year. But it wasn't until I got my Harleys that we joined the Harley crew and found people to ride with. Then we started doing the 300 to 500 mile weekends. Every single weekend we were riding. I had a job. I worked Monday through Friday. I was off on Saturday and Sundays, and we would just
that
ride.
was when the kids had moved out and before grandkids. So
yeah.
I was like, freeze bird. Then the grandkids came.
And then California is one of those places that you can ride year round. If it's hot, you can ride on the coast, and if it's cold in the winter, you can go out to the Palm Desert and ride. So it didn't matter. And it hardly doesn't rain a lot in California, Southern California. And so you don't have a lot of rain that you have to deal with. So it was no matter what anybody says about California, it's probably the best place to ride a motorcycle. Black Hills is really neat too, but Black Hills, they got crazy people too on the road. But Black Hills I don't know. To me, Black Hills is the best place to ride because everything's there. California, you got to drive so far. You got to go up to the Redwoods, or you have to drive down to San Diego, or we have to go out to Palm Desert. So you've got to do a ride. But I love riding the coast. California's got the best coast ride. Let's see what else we got. The
Baggage for the long ride.
Yep. Which it is. That's kind of why she went with the Street Glide. She had a Fat Boy low, and that got totaled out, and that's part of her ailments that she has. And that's kind of why we went with the Street Glide, to give her something that would be a better ride on a long haul. So yes, a big bike is better if you're going to go on a long ride, but not saying, are you staying at the same campground you did for the 80th? No. Oh, for 2022? No, it didn't make sense. So the campground we stayed at last year.
Are we going back to Kathmandu for 2022?
Don't know yet. Campgrounds next year are going to depend a lot on how bad do they want us there. That's what it all boils down to. These rallies get very, very expensive and cost a lot of money. And if you went to a dozen of them like we're doing this year, you would probably say the same thing. Wow. People go to Sturgis and say, wow, this is expensive. They want to charge the same amount, $1,450 to stay next to Daytona, Destination Daytona. There's a campground right there, an Encore Park. And during the rally, for the week of the rally, or a little more than a week, whatever it is, 12 days, whatever, $1,450. You know what we're paying for this buffalo chip for that week during the rally? $1,450. Now we don't have full hookups, but we got electric and water. We got full passes.
All the concerts.
Now we got a little extra from Woody by giving us the extra time that we're going to be there extra early. That's what he gave us. But I still had to pay the full price for the rally. But my point was, Daytona,
It's just as expensive.
all these motorcycle rallies are freaking expensive. You're going to spend money. People go, oh, it's just because it's a rally. No, it ain't. You ever been to Disneyland?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
No. Las Vegas, she just told you that new casino just opened up, the Resort World. And a guy was on TV last night, and a room started out at $400 and go to $595 for the economy rooms. That's per night. Come on down. So, yes.
Everything's outrageous.
Yeah,
Well,
and-
look what you paid for the truck. I
That's
mean,
right. And then what is this? And things, and we're going to talk about that on another video. We price check motorcycles, Harleys, Hondas, and all this. We're going to do a video on that.
Indians.
And talk about motorcycle pricing. And we actually met a guy the other day that actually just has always owned Harleys, and now he owns 2 Indians with his Harley Davidsons. And he told me some very interesting things about Indian that a lot of people badmouth Harley for, and Indian does the exact same thing. So, it is what it is.
Oh, get him going.
Yeah. But I mean, people complain a lot about pricing and things like this. And it's just like that. Sturgis is so expensive. If you go to these other rallies, they don't have any name brand X. They all have tribute bands, or they have a local band to play down in Florida. They have Big Engine. That's a well-known band that plays at all the rallies and stuff. They're okay. We're not big. What we're doing, we don't have time to watch bands play. We watched them play a little bit, and they sounded all right. And we got an interview with them. They did a shout out, and they were doing another event. They were having another.
They were in Leesburg. We saw them in Leesburg, and they were going to Eustis the next
Yeah,
day.
and they were nice guy, singer,
Yeah.
great guy. No bad to say about it. But you're paying for that. You're going to all these other rallies, like in Daytona and Panama City and Myrtle Beach. They don't charge you nothing to come into their property. That's why, because they don't. They had Saliva at SB&B. If you're a Saliva fan, then yeah, I guess it was a big deal. But when I videotaped that, if you look at that, you probably didn't see a lot of people dancing or a lot of people even looking at the bar. They were just all crunched in there drinking, having a good time. And that may be all it's about. So we'll end it with that. Now, let me look at my last few comments and we'll wrap this up. Do you guys think you'll do Americade in Lake George, New York? When is that? Excuse me. Americade. When is that? Without me looking it up. I was from Lancaster, California.
All right. We have a friend that lives in Palmdale.
Yep. Just seen him this week.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Just went and had lunch with him. He's your mom did. I used to work for SoCal Gas. So that's why I know all that area. I used to go up there.
Is that the same Leonard I got to send an email to?
No, I don't know. South Carolina, you can ride all year. A little chilly in the winter, but just bundle up. Well, you can do that anywhere. I've actually rode. We lived in Illinois, and I used to ride in the snow.
There were some people that came to Daytona because that was in the end of February.
Yeah.
Beginning of March, and
September.
Okay, and these people came from Chicago. They had to dig out from their garage, and Leonard, and they drove down to Daytona in the snow. That's 5 foot of snow.
That's 70 people on it.
That's
They got a lot of people on their channel.
It sure looks crooked. I don't know.
Boobs coming out.
On my phone, it looks like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I gotta turn this way. This way. I don't know. Anyway,
She got a good side.
not like my daughter. Mindy always has to stand on one side because that's her good side.
Whoops.
What are you doing?
I don't know. This is plugged in. Yeah, it's charged up. I don't know. That really.
I don't know. That's telling you. It's time to go. It's telling you. 85 likes. Thanks, Dell. He's our moderator.
Yeah, we need to put him on as moderator. Well, I haven't had any aggravated people, but I know somebody the other day, I forget what that guy's name is, another YouTuber out here that talks in his garage all the time. He did a live feed, and some people from overseas got
Mike?
on. No, it wasn't him. And he got on, and he ended up having to cancel his live feed because everybody went on there and went crazy. Some
Oh,
people-
yeah. It was the
No, it was some guy.
professional
Yeah, it's a monkey guy.
Professional monkey.
Yeah, lives in
I
his
think it's what's
garage.
up. Yeah, they couldn't. Yeah, the guy kept like jamming up their live feed or something. I don't know.
So yeah, you guys can go. Here, I'll go back to this now since I figured this out. While we kill it a few seconds here. Let's see, there's a windows. Oh, let's do this one. A buffalo chip. Oh, there's that campground. There it is. Didn't come up yet.
So Bob's going to be bringing up a thing on that Eagles Landing campground. So you can see that's the campground we talked about earlier in the beginning.
Yeah. So this is the place. I don't know if anybody's booked it up yet, but what this place had, the other when they came on one of my YouTube videos. It was talking about campgrounds, what was still available, and they put one up there this morning. So I gave them a call. They had 2 full hookups, and then they had 5 electric and water hookups, and of course they had a lot of tent spots. They're right behind
Days End
Campground. That's right when you come off of the highway there at LaSalle, right to the left. There's a campground there, not that one. You go down the road a little ways, go up this hill. They're up on the hill there. And it looks like a family-owned place. I talked to her on the phone. Lady was really nice. I'm not sure.
You have to do it on the other thing.
Yeah. So if you're interested in that,
call them if you want to go to Sturgis and you don't have a place to stay yet.
Yeah.
But I guess all their cabins were booked, they said.
Yeah. So that might be another option for people. If you're still looking for a place, there's an option. What was the other one I had?
I saw in there somebody was asking, Jerry was asking when we're heading to Sturgis, we're going to leave on the 5th. Kids are going to come out. That's why I'm trying to get the trailer done now because they're coming out Wednesday and I want the trailer done and ready to go. So they're leaving that day, and I think my grandson's got football practice on Monday the 5th, so they might be leaving the 4th, and then we'll get up bright and early on the 5th and head out.
So we call the Sturgis the Buffalo Chip. You know, all their campground is full. There's nothing left there. You can bring your tent and stay there. You can boondock. You can stay there. But everything there that they've got, they are still selling passes to get in for I think it's still $3.25 or something for the week. If you're going to go to a handful of things there, you're better off paying for the week versus just buying 1 or 2 nights. You can buy tickets all the way up to that night. So you can, but if you go to their website, it's got all that good information. They're having 13 different bike shows going on during that time.
A lot of different bike shows.
So that's kind of neat. And we've got an appointment to meet with the city. And so that's pretty neat.
We'll be safe.
There's somebody who's going to be at Glencoe in 2022 on Toddy Alley. We know where that's at. We got a friend there. It's been there 9 years. We were going to go last year and stay there. But what scared me off was a lot of people say that it gets so crowded there, you can't move around. And sometimes we're out late. And if we can't get back to our camper, I wouldn't want to have to walk a mile in. Because the friend that we have stays back in the woods there, pretty far back in there. No easy way to get there. Yes, we're going to be getting, I don't have it on now. That shirt I had on the other live one, we're going to have, as soon as I get that all set up, you'll be able to buy the same embroidery ones I have. I got some other ones I'm getting made right now. We're going to get
T-shirts
while we're in Sturgis, and I'll show you those, and you'll be able to buy those too off of this. You'll be able to buy them directly from where I buy them from.
As Bob turns the camera on Daytona and leaves, just seeing back to the parking lot for some bar. Oh, yeah, I today. But anyway, what you do is, I think for $25, $20, you can download the picture, and you have a picture of yourself from wherever they're at. They're all over. They're in Daytona. We're in Myrtle Beach. They're right there at the Harley dealer in Myrtle Beach. The guy was sitting right there in front of the front door. So
she could be able to look at it. There are a couple that just have a live camera going that they have on the corner there of the bar. I think it's the car one has a live cam feed from there.
no.
Now there's also Mexi
Flex Mexi.
He films a lot of times. His wife actually sells bandanas. And
He always does a live feed.
yeah, he'll turn his camera on in the booth and shoot in front. Like he was at Daytona at
Iron Horse.
Iron Horse. So you'd be seeing the bikes pulling in there. Now, if you've seen that, that would be him. He talks now and then. Where was he at? This year, he was out at Myrtle Beach. He was at 2 places there, but I don't know which one he had. I never seen his camera going.
Hopes and Bones and at the raffle.
Yeah. So it might have been him. Oh, we got 90 likes.
Holy cow.
And we're dropping people. What's got to say? YouTube is limiting you data use. It seems like could be. All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll leave it just at that.
Well, thanks for coming today. It was nice talking to y'all. I'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Thanks for the memories.
You gonna sing?
He did bring the karaoke machine out here, though.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and leave you right here at that. We appreciate all of you. We got another video coming up tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, Pacific time. That one will be coming up, and check that out. That'd be Tam. Be doing a lot of the talking there, more than normal, and so you can check that out. So with that, we're gonna leave you right here. You can say your little thing, ding, and I'll leave it. She rolled her eyes for you.
Oh, brother. Bye. Thanks for coming, hanging out with us.